Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. He'll call for the fair catch here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Well, the offense tries to catch this defense napping here on the first play of the game. And how about the pressure to come up with a big sack to start this game?
We go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Great job here as a play caller. You come out in the opening drive, you want to establish a little bit of an aggressive nature, and you hit some big plays here downfield. Great way to start this game.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's got it down there inside the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. The receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's going to take off here. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Defense showing blitz here. Makes a quick catch. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The Bearcats have 1st and 10 here. looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Pena. And he heads out of bounds, moving backwards on that play. Didn't want to take the hit. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And he pulls in the catch. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Looks like the Bearcats line it up with first and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Trying to extend the play. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. Setting the tone early. How about the execution? Opening drive of the conference championship game.
Yeah, Chris, I'm with you. Usually it takes you maybe a series or two to just kind of get settled in, especially with all the hype. But not this offense. Got to give them a lot of credit. They were ready to go, and it really showed up on that opening drive.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll hand it off. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Here's the second down play. And he drops back in the gun. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after a big gain.
No strength from this quarterback. He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Quick throw, the catch is made.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Well, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up third down instead.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll change the pre-snap look now. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
And the Cowboys with 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. The defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts that the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll give it to the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So on 4th down, the decision is to try out the field goal team. He knocks this one right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Pena. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That gain sets up a third down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Anderson. They get him down at the 41, but it's good enough for a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Handoff from the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Pena. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Bearcats churn out another first down. Here's that defense shifting again. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He breaks free. He's going to pull it down and run. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. Second down play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And the quarterback dropping back, running out of time in the pocket. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? He's at the 50. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? QB decides to keep it here. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for this defense. But they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But we got to stay focused and can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
It almost is like the quarterback just said to himself, I've got this. I'm going to find a way to pick up this first down. He gets the first. They keep the chains moving.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back. Pressure is coming. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Second down now after the sack. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Now the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Third and short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Third down, out of the shotgun. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Has to roll that running around. They cut him for a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Looking to throw it on first down. He'll take a deep shot. The ball is picked off. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
They look to throw it here on second down. And this time it's complete. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
First down here for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Makes a nice move there. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Bearcats come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. Let's stick with it on first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Caught quickly. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Crucial third down play right here. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Makes the catch. It's Pena. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting fourth down and inches. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's got it, a 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
The Bearcats are in the red zone. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. The talk strategy here. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. It's an option look. Pitch to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. And the defense will call timeout here. The age-old practice of trying to ice the kicker. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. So, from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And that one's straight down the middle. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. That is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Looks like the Bearcats will kick this away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fields. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going to take off. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking for the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down, and now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on fourth down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Receiver makes the catch. They're able to get him down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Offense operating from the pistol. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Pena. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Bearcats are looking to keep this drive going. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. And out comes the field goal unit. He was successful in his first attempt. This one a chip shot from 25 yards out. The field goal is good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk away from this offense through the air.
That's exactly why you dial up a screen. The defense is overcommitting to the pass rush and trying to apply pressure on the quarterback. Great execution, plenty of space available, and, man, he had a convoy downfield to help him pick up big yards.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's complete downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. Got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And they get him down after the completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or do they have to settle for 3? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The Cowboys will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. He bought some time, now lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled after the completion. Offense will now set up inside the 5.
Chris, how about this? You're inside the red zone. You get the 4th down. You go for it. You show that aggressive approach. Your players love that you show confidence in them. And you're rewarded with a 1st down.
And the Cowboys line up with a 1st and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Now they line up to kick the extra point. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And they hit it just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback looking to scramble. Defense stops him short of the 1st down marker, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. The Bearcats will have to kick it away. And this will be the first punt for this offense this afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Fields. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll try the right here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
The Cowboys will have 1st and 10 here. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Cowboys pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Cowboys are in the red zone now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle, but 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackle made after just a short gain. Here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. And it's incomplete, barely near the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will clear it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? The linebacker shifting around now. Play action here on first down. Quick throw testing the middle. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
Well, that's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Caught behind the line. It's Pena. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down play coming up for this offense. And he'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Looks like the Bearcats begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. The Bearcats looking to cash in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Snags the quick throw. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that 1st down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run the option. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. The timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. And the timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. And this one is right through. And the game is now tied. First and 10 now for the offense. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Escapes the pocket. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And a sophomore making an impact play.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The pocket breaking down. Ball carrier tackled there. They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Makes a quick grab. And they'll stop him short of the goal line. Offense will set up inside the 5.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. And the wideout goes in motion. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So now the field goal team has had here trying to take the lead here in overtime. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they've regained the lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. He's going to hand this off. And the freshman brings him down quickly. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or then check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
What a great job by this entire unit. The coaches, the players, everybody keeping their composure as this game goes into overtime. They didn't panic. They did what they needed to do, and they come out of this game with a win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Curb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Curb Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.